Hey everybody, it's Carlos Perez here, and we're doing a quick walkthrough for our updater for older Android boxes. So we're going to do this one all the way from scratch. So basically we're going to go into our settings first. We need to make sure a lot of the junk on there is just erased. So you see it's running Android 4.4.2. You know, it's not been updated or anything. We're going to go into settings. And we're going down to apps, and we want to start getting rid of a lot of stuff we're not going to need in here. Okay, I don't need Kodi, so I'm going to delete that. We're also going to delete Mob Drill if that's on there, only because it's really not great lately. The Pyro updater, this is the updater for the upgraded versions of Android. So that's the one you would have on your box if you were running, say, like Android 5.1, 5.5, Lollipop 6.0, Marshmallow, things like that. So we're going to just erase all of this because none of this stuff is going to be needed. If you get a box with nothing on it, that's actually be perfect. There's really nothing else. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so we're going to go back now. And we're going to clear our memory, get all that residual junk out of there. And I have the updater on a thumb drive that's already located inside the box. So I'm going to pull up the file browser so that I can find that APK that's in there, and we want the app installer guy. So with those two things, we're good to go. If we click on the app installer, we want to look on the USB drive, and it's going to pull up all the APKs. I think I have something like 40 of them. I don't know how many, but I have a lot of folders. This is my thumb drive for everything that I do. So it's a pretty big scan, as you can see. It's like 1,700 directories already, 2,300. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here, and this is what it's going to look like. This is what you want to look for. You want to look for this right here, the PMC A4 updater. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to install it. Shouldn't take long. It's a small file, barely 2 megs. So once we have this installed, then we're going to go back out. So we'll click done. We're going to go back out to the front of the box, and we're going to put it down in the bottom memory. On the bottom row. Let me clean this memory out some again. These older boxes with the 1 gig, not the fastest, but when they came out, there was nothing comparable to it. They were super fast. Okay, there goes the updater. So we're going to install, we're going to put that down the bottom row. We're going to go into it. And the first thing we want to do is we want to hit the menu button on your remote control. The menu button is going to open up those 3 lines in the side. You want to download latest, Kodi. So once you have that downloaded, it's going to be in the download folder. It's going to take a little while. So I'm going to pause while it's doing that and then come right back. Okay, we're back. It downloaded. It took roughly about 3.5 minutes. So we're going to click OK, and we're going to want to now install that. So we're going to hit return on the menu, and we're going to go down to the file browser that we had you put down there earlier. You're going to open that up. We're going to our local disk. We want to go into our download folder, and it's going to be the PMCA4 APK. So we're going to want to install that. And I'm not sure how long that's going to take. We'll see. Actually, let me just pause it so that I don't have you guys waiting, and then we'll pick it right back up again. Okay, guys, that took about another 3 minutes to install. So let's click on done, and we're going to hit return, and we're going to want to put that on the bottom row now as well. So we're going to go down to the plus sign, We're going to take off the app installer because we don't need that no more. And we're going to put the media center right there. And I want to do a quick little change. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to rearrange these two, put the file folder in between the updater and everything, so we don't get confused. Okay, we want to clean the memory again. Remember, we're only working with 1 gig, so it's going to fill up quite quickly. So we're going back into our updater, and what we're going to do now is we're going to put the build on there, and that's over in the corner. That's the Pyro 2 17.1. So I know this is going to take a pretty long time to download. So I'm going to pause and come right back once this is done so we can launch it live together and then add the IPTV to it. Okay guys, it downloaded and extracted. So we're going to click OK next. We're going to hit the menu button to get out of the updater. And we're going to go straight over to the media center and the new build that we just installed on it. So we're going to click OK. Now it's going to take a while to do the first run, and then you're going to see the screen go black for a moment. That's normal. Don't worry about anything. It's just writing everything, and it's the intro video that starts up. So with that intro video, we're going to probably remove it on this one because we don't want to use up all of those resources. So you see the first run install. Just making sure everything is in there. The progression bar gets to the end. And this is the dead space I was mentioning to you. So it will go black for a moment. And let's close this up there out. So let's go up to the top of that OK. And go over. And bam, done. Oh, okay. So let's go back into the media center again. So like I said, the black screen is normal. That's why we're probably going to end up taking out the intro video on this. You know, it's just so much writing involved that we kind of want to make this even lighter than it already is. So it's already light enough for, you know, for Fire Sticks and builds like that. We just want to make sure that, you know, it doesn't underperform for people. Now, once it launches into the new build, it has to rewrite the skin. So just be patient while that happens, and then we'll walk through and we'll set up the IPTV account for this. So start updating some apps, and you'll see it rewrite the skin. It takes about like 3 minutes, so you know, just about being patient with it. So we're just going to sit here and wait. You'll start seeing things pop up in the top where it says Sunday, 7:40 p.m. Just keep your eyes there as things are happening. That way you'll know, you know, when the skin has been rewritten and everything is updated and ready to go. So I think I'm going to pause because there's no need for you guys to sit through this next 3 minutes with, you know, the skin about to rewrite. And like I said again, just keep your eye on it up at the top where it says Sunday 7:40, because that's where you'll see everything popping up as far as the skin rewriting. And I'm trying to be a little patient, see if it pops up, just so you can actually see what it looks like. That's our auto cleaner. So it's going to clean all of the files out so that you don't get blocked out of your media center by having a lot of residual components where there's not enough room to write the code. So you'll see that things are starting to be updated now. And again, so just keep your eyes up there because that's where everything happens. So when the skin actually is being rewritten and it's done, that's when you know that you're ready to go. So I'm going to stop it here for a moment, and I'll come right back as soon as the skin rewrites. Okay, so it completely rewrote the skin menu. You know, the shortcuts in the skin. Now we're going to go into the IPTV and launch that. So we want to go down to settings. Inside of settings, we're going to want to go down to add-ons, then my add-ons, and then video add-ons. And everything's in alphabetical order, so you know how to find it. So in the video add-ons section, we're going to go up to the Pyro IPTV app. Now this password and username that I put in is only a demo, so the code won't be any good, guys. There's no need to try it. So we're going to go down, we're going to go into our settings, and we're going to go up to username, and we're going to call it it's Pyro Demo for this one. And when you contact one of the resellers, they'll give you your code and everything. Pyro Demo. There are 4-hour trials that they'll be giving out as well, just so you can see how the service works. But only ask for the trial when you're going to be somewhere to watch it, because it's 4 hours from the time that it's set up. Password is going to be demo123. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Once we hit done, and we're going to hit OK down at the bottom. And now we're going to open it up because we want to link the TV guide. So once it opens up, we're going to go into our extra settings. The extra settings, that's where we can link it to the guide. We're using the simple IPTV client guide only because the iView is complicated, getting the PIN number and doing all these extra things. We don't want people to have to go through that stuff. So we just kept it nice and simple. So when you click on the extras and integrate with TV guide, and we want to choose the PVR TV guide. And it's going to ask us to restart. So let me go down here. Now this is something, it's going to keep popping up restart. So you're going to have to just basically exit up out of this. So just keep hitting the return button to get out. Okay, and now we're going to go into, we're going to go back again. Let me click OK on this, we can stop it. We're going to now go into the PVR area under add-ons. So it's going to back up out of this one, and we're going right up to PVR clients. Once we get on the PVR client, we want to go up to the simple client, PVR IPTV simple client. We want to click on that. We want to go into our settings, and we're going to want to go into the EPG, and we're going to want to do our time shift at +4, so just 4, and apply the time shift to all channels. And you can cache in the storage. Some people like it, some people don't, because they want to pull the guide data every time. It's really up to you. Play around with it and see how it performs for you. We're going to click OK, and it needs a restart, so we're going to click OK on that. This one doesn't keep popping up, so that's good. And now we're just going to go back, and last but not least, we're going to go over to PVR services over here, and we're going to just clear the data just because we want the guide to load fresh in the work for us in our time zone. So yes, erase everything and pull it back in. It's loading the channels from the client, as you can see. And then soon after that, it's going to load the TV guide. And that's how you'll have everything on your box working. So like I said, you can bring life back to your old Android device. You don't have to throw it away like people were saying. There is an alternative. There are a couple alternatives out there, but as you can see, we have one for you. And if you want to add TV to it, it gives you a real good media center, cable feel, because you're able to switch from, your cable channels basically and go into, like the other add-ons, Exodus and things for your movies on demand. So you don't have to have like, multiple accounts. And really, like I tell people, having the live TV, it's really only good for the sports. Everything else you really want to watch on demand. So we're going to hit return and go back into there. And you'll notice now that when we go over to our live TV section and go down, we have a guide and we have channels. So if we click on the guide, it's going to launch the PVR Simple client with the guide. And these are the sports channels. There's nothing on right now, of course. And then we get down to the US channels. And you see, Kingdom of Heaven is coming up next on BBC America, Motorcycle Racing, the New Edition story. I love that. That was a great movie. But I actually watched it on Exodus. I didn't watch it with commercials. I'm not a big commercial person anymore. Okay, so you see the guide. Everything works and functions. To exit out of the guide, you want to hit return and hit return again. And that puts us right back up here. And by going over to your TV shows or your movies, you can actually add your track stuff up here. Right now, it's just people watching on both of them. But once you incorporate tracks with it, then it's going to be, your shows. So you can change it to everything that you like to watch as far as movies and TV shows on track. We also have, under the favorites still, we still have the learning portal, the language courses, fitness workout DVDs, everything you basically need. So, you don't have to really be a couch potato. You can actually, learn on a device as well. And the adult section is password protected. You'll be given the password. You can reset it. So guys, that's it. You brought new life back to an old box. When you want to exit, you just hit the exit at the end. Hit exit again. Make sure you hear it click. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, but it is. If you use your remote and try to go up or down and you can't, then you know that it's actually in the process of shutting down. So I'm going to let that happen and then get back to the front of the box. We're going to clear the cache again, and then we are going to be on our way. So guys, I hope you like the build. I hope you like, the live TV functionality and everything that you're able to do. We thought about you first, and we wanted to give you something that you would actually be able to use on your older boxes, that would be manageable without a lot of buffering and, shutting down. So the box is shutting down. We're going to try to wait for it to get back into the front screen area. But this video is already 18 minutes and 36 seconds long, so I don't know if we're going to wait. We might just shut it off now. You know what? We will. So when it reaches 19 seconds, 19 minutes, that's when we're going off. So guys, Carlos Perez, Pyro Media Group, Pyro Media Center, thank you.